I was trained in Australia, where we play politics really rough. People think in the Northern Hemisphere politics is rough, but in Australia it's really rough. And I was trained in what we called the art of blowtorch on the belly questions, which is a technical term, which is applied to politicians and business people, where you're asking them really tough questions. And when I became what I am now, which is a recovering reporter, I actually help people to give great answers to tough questions from journalists, even blowtorch on the belly questions. And through an organisation called the Academy for Chief Executives, they were very keen for me to broaden that out so that we weren't just helping people answer tough questions from journalists, but also tough questions from prospects, from customers, from often their own teams. And that can make a leader, so much more inspirational and make a company or an organisation far more successful if they're giving positive, great answers where appropriate.
So catered for the workplace, but I suppose this advice can be relatable to everyday life.
It can be. I have had situations where we had a husband and wife on the same board, and the wife wanted to know how to stand up to tough questions from her husband in the workplace. So it can be applied to domestic situations, though I don't claim to be an expert on that. But usually people get tough enough questions and enough of them at work that the book is useful for them in a whole variety of situations, particularly when something has gone wrong and it may seem like it's your fault.
Just how damaging can an instance like this be to one's professional career?
Yeah, it can be career-ending if you get it wrong. If you're called before the board to ask answer questions about why this project went wrong, and it may have actually been more successful than it looks, or it may not have been your fault. And there's ways of putting it which are really good, and there's ways of putting it which are really bad. And if you know how to structure your answers, and you know the right content for the right audience, because a great answer is often a great answer for that particular audience, then it can be career enhancing.
So who's your target audience, and who can really benefit from attending this course tomorrow?
It's predominantly focused on businesses, and any business people watching are welcome to come along. We have a few volunteers who will get on stage, and what we typically do in a session on giving great answers to tough questions, as we're doing on Friday, is to actually show people in their natural state. So we get someone up and we ask them a tough question, or a series of tough questions, and we just get them to do what they normally do. And then we work on the content, the structure, and their delivery style, and we can make a difference. And we will demonstrate that on Friday. So it is a learnable skill, and we are going to give people the tools and tips on how to actually learn it and put it into place here in Gibraltar.